Borough fans, hello and welcome back to season number 7 on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Yes, and I'm saying it, the most important ever season. The season that, well, originally, I think I've said it all this season. Anne's going to tally one off here. The season to become a top half league team. But actually, that is factually correct because it does look like we are going to achieve our goal of becoming a top half League One team. But obviously, the way that it's looking is potentially it could be the season to be a League One playoff team because we do have the final 8 games. Actually, no, that is incorrect, actually. The final 8 cup finals that we have got starting on Friday away at Rotherham. And on this episode tonight, we're going to be going through the 8 cup finals that we have got left. We're going to be going through the other teams' fixtures, and we will be chatting about the big game on Friday and Easter Monday against Blackpool. I've got to be honest, boys, I'm still so happy. I'm so excited for this run-in to see if we can get in the playoffs or not. And I've got a gift for you.
No. We're okay.
Where is it?
So I know it was coming.
No. Where is it? Hang on. Let me get it.
Just prep yourself.
Are you ready for the gift?
Go on.
Are you ready?
Enlighten me.
We are making the League One playoffs. We are making the League One playoffs. You are. No, don't put your hood up. Don't put your hood up. Don't put it up. By the way, Andrew, look a bit different today. We got going on the fresh trim for Rotherham, is that?
Yeah,
the fresh trim for Rotherham.
He's got the trusted 2 back and sides.
No, a little skin fade actually. No.
Where did you go? The Turkish?
No, I went to my new barber. I decided that I was looking too much like an Eskimo. I needed to look somewhat human again. So
yeah, looking a bit like Harvey White over there, with the fresh trim.
Right.
So it's either Harvey
where have you
White,
plucked this one from?
It's either Harvey White or Lewis Freestone. I don't know which one you fall into, but it's one of those two.
They've both got fair hair. I've got brown.
He's gone for the Neil Banfield. He's gone for the Neil Banfield.
Lewis Freestone in the summer, like Torrev and all that, when we were preparing for the most important season, he actually had. A lot of people said that he had like that tennis ball cut where like his hair was like so short, like similar to a tennis ball. But yeah, no, you're not quite there, Anne. But boys, how have you been? We've had no football, and obviously we've got the 8 cup finals ahead. How are you, boys?
If you could have found some fresh paint for me to watch dry, that's what I'd have rather done this weekend, I'll be honest.
It was an interesting weekend. What did you boys get up
to? I worked yesterday 9 till 3.
9 till 3?
And then came No, not this again.
Well, you've got those 25 hours, don't you, Anne?
No, it's not even 25 hours in a day.
I know that's how long you work. You work a day extra, or over a day.
God's sake.
Jesus Christ.
And then I came home, watched the second half of the Barnet game, and watched the Moses Toma fight. And this afternoon, or today, I've just been on a first aid course and wanted to hit my head against a brick wall quite hard.
Oh, bit like Pidge then there in many respects.
Yep.
Oh no, sorry.
How do you make these connections?
Sorry, no, I'm wrong with that one. It's Dan Sweeney, isn't he? Because he heads it to the left, heads it to the right, and if we get promotion, we'll sing this song all night.
Genuinely, where do you pluck these like connections?
Well, no, you just
from?
said heading a brick wall. Isn't the song? How does it go with the brick?
But the thing is, Anne, there is only Stevenage connections. There's nothing else.
No, that's true. That's true. How does it go again? The brick and Dan Sweeney heading it goes. Oh, I've forgotten the first bit of it.
It's the Kurt Zuma
job, I never thought I'd see the day that you forget something about a Stevenage song.
Oh no!
I never thought I'd ever see this day.
No. You know what it is? There's so many different
Note
ways.
The date, Borough. Note the date, people.
Yeah.
Sweeney's magic. He wears a magic.
There's a magic cat, and if you throw a brick at it,
yeah,
he'll enter something back. Yeah, it's to the left, it's to the right. And if we get promotion, we'll sing the song all night,
Had to get that out, yeah.
which we will be singing at Wembley on the 24th of May. So just prep yourself for that.
We hope.
Luca, how was your weekend, mate? What'd you get up to?
Good, thanks, mate. It was a chill one, really. I mean, I think some of the internationals were pretty boring. When was it? When was Reedy in action? Thursday.
Nearly scored, by the way.
Felt a bit conflicted, I did.
I've got to be honest. I'm going to go out on a limb here, by the way. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, right? Hugely disappointed, right? Not with Reedy. I thought Reedy was brilliant. And by the way, nearly scored. If it was with Calafiori, right? Have you seen that picture with him and Calafiori, by the way? Unreal. What is the manager playing at? Why was he not starting? He played Jamie Donkey, we should refer to him to. Why was Reedy not playing? He got 10 minutes at the end and literally nearly scored and did more than Donnelly did in 80 minutes. Shocking, that. And you watch, you know what'll happen? I want him recalled now, but he'll play on Tuesday. You watch. Honestly, should have been starting in that game.
Oh, God, yeah.
Pretty donkey, weren't he?
He just ran around, gave a few fouls, you know, a bit like Joe Van Malcolm in many respects.
I miss Joe Van. Did you see he's back playing now?
He did. He played. Did you see Danny Rose's goal, by the way?
Oh, they beat Bromley, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat him 2-1. Yeah,
I think I've probably seen it somewhere. I have to remind myself of it.
He scored the winner, I think. Joe Van, I saw a picture of him playing or whatnot. But I tell you what, Sorry, go on, Ed.
I don't know if anyone's seen or if you've seen in the last hour, Woking have announced Jermaine Defoe as their new manager. Jermaine Defoe. What are they playing at?
Jermaine Defoe and Jake Forster-Kasky linking up.
I know. What?
They may as well get Banfield in charge.
Teddy Sheringham.
I'll be honest. Tottenham, I'm a bit concerned about this, guys, because Tottenham are needing a new manager, right? And I was really worried that they might come knocking for Marlon Beresford. I'm going to be completely honest.
He's still setting up the cones at Wembley. Didn't you see the picture of him?
Yeah, mate, against Plymouth. I know. That's happening. That is true. That is true.
By the way, my comment earlier on the Twitter page.
Oh, yeah, I know. Ooh. Do you know what I was going to do? I was going to edit Marlon and tag it again, but then I saw some of the lads walk in and I got chatting. And you know the nonsense that comes when, you know, so...
Not like you, Anne, to give Marlon Beresford some airtime.
Yeah. Hang on. You were the first person to do that today.
What can I say? I was in the middle of a first aid course and wanted to watch paint dry. So I thought,
you know what?
I was hoping I'd get something back from it so it would actually lighten up my day a bit, but no.
You know what I can't wait
silence.
For? You know what I can't wait for, right? I can't wait for making the playoffs and you see Mark in the warm-ups just drilling those left pegs into Phil. Whether that's the playoff semi-finals, Wembley, you know, the hashtag we stepped up boards all around.
Matt, the thing is, if this happens, and we do make the playoffs, what if it's Tay? What if Philip gets injured?
What, and Tay's in?
And it's Tay the
balls are getting
You know what? Not even panicking. Marlon Beresford's that good of a coach. He'll have Tay in ship shape.
No, he's done half a job. He's only worked with Phil. Tay's been awful this year.
As you say, rotted on the bench. As you
say. I wouldn't say
Took
that.
the words out of my mouth, Luca.
I wouldn't say that. I thought Tay was quite decent at Exeter. I thought Marlon started to get the best out of him, actually.
Did you not see Walsall and the Virtue?
Yeah, but that was a long... We're going back now. We're going back sometimes like December. Tay's come on a lot since then. I saw a different changed man.
He's not played since Exeter.
No, you can't come a long way if you haven't played.
Look,
that's like saying Jovan's been brilliant for the last 5 weeks. He's been sat with a broken leg or whatever it was.
The things that Marlon has done with Philippe Martial and Max Woodford and Tay, I think...
I'd actually play Max Woodford ahead of Tay, I'll be honest.
Well, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, next season, we were having this discussion, right, earlier at half.
Oh, no.
Talking about that we want to evolve and stay a top half League One team. There you go, Ad.
What if we're not in League One next year?
Well, that's my point. If we're not in League One, then we're going to be battling teams to stay out that bottom three, But
doesn't really have the ring to it, does it?
In the biggest ever season. But no, my point is we were talking. We were like, yeah, I'd like to see a different goalkeeper next year. We feel like like Anne's going to quit and resign his position on the Stevenage Football Club.
I've actually run out of words. I've got nothing else to say about this anymore because it's just getting stupider by the week.
Saying that, changing the subject, I think it's a good time to change the subject before we hop in. My weekend, right, was really weird, right, because obviously no match and we were in the playoffs at the time and it was just like, so then my Saturday was spent obviously keeping an eye on the results. By the way, just want to throw something in there, right? What a shambles Wigan, Wimbledon and Port Vale are. Take a look at yourselves, fellas. All one of you needed to do was get a couple of results for us. You all got absolutely dicked in your...
Was that 10-0 on aggregate?
Do you know what? I'm fuming about? When we play Wigan on the last day, you watched them come to play that day and put up a good fight. Bottlers, get them out, get them relegated. Not having that. 4-0. 4. You let the Wi-Fi password get a brace. I'm not happy with
I've seen them this angry before about another team's results.
It's shocking. You're Wigan Athletic. You've got players like Joe Taylor and Aimson, and you're going to get beat 4-0.
It's because they were bottom half League One team. That's why.
You literally went, yeah, Wigan will get a result of Reading. I did say to you before, I went,
yeah, you did.
I don't know if they will.
No, but
I called it.
There's making the game difficult that there's losing 4-0. I mean, God, goodness sake, like, all we needed was them to draw there. You park the bus. Honestly. I hope they go down now. On it, that really route. But, stop Port and Wimbledon for, even Wigan, Port Vale, I expected Wigan to win. But Wigan, put up a bit of fight about yourselves. You're in a relegation fight. You go there and get beaten 4-0.
Didn't they?
And you watch. We'll play them last day. We'll need a win to get over the line. They'll come and park the bus and fight everything for 0-0. You watch. Honestly, tossers. Sorry, but it's just really rallying.
Every single time that Farley's angry at something, it always ends with tossers.
Yeah, I know.
Always.
It's just not, is it? But no. In another world, I went to
Farleyland.
Farleyland. I was in Cambridge yesterday, right? Buying wedding rings. Our wedding rings are bought. Yeah. I wanted a Stevenage Football Club ring. Weren't allowed.
I can only imagine what
I thought you were going
to say.
Playoff wedding.
Well, if we get promoted via the playoffs, I could get a promotion ring. Like that NFL players do when they wear those.
It's a ring that says "We stepped up" on the side.
Playoffs, Rams.
I can only imagine Amy's face when you went, "Can I get a Stevenage one?"
Yeah, could you imagine? No, you're not having that. But my ring, it's like black. It's black with diamonds. So, yeah.
Do you not get on the inside engraved Stevenage FC?
I do. You can get that. I did ask and say, is there any way that I can get? I don't know, Stevenage Football Club, right? And then you just get 25/26 playoff promotion. Like those little, just get that on there. But no, it was good. Did that, watched the scores, got the park and ride, came home and had a KFC. And then today went and watched the ladies win the league, which was, fun.
They stepped up though, didn't they?
They did. Pitch invasion, tears at full time.
I'm sure there was a pitch invasion.
I made a joke to the guys. I was like, is there a pitch invasion? What do we do? Is it? Oh, God. It's just such a ridiculous podcast. If you're watching right now, listening, just turn it off. Just turn it off. Don't support us. It's terrible.
I think most people probably have, I'll be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised. We've gone 15 minutes just chatting rubbish, quite frankly. I don't
you want to get the idiot out of the way early?
Do it now, Anne, before we hop in. Go on, do it now.
Where's my list?
Hang on, is this Idiot of the Week 40 or something like that? Have we now done this like 40 times? We need to keep a number, don't we?
This week we've got Connor Hunt.
Connor Hunt. Right, question.
Ooh, yeah.
Next season, is this continuing? Because like my point is are we going to run out of idiots for next season?
Never.
How is it going to work?
Well, basically, the plan is we'll just go through that list, and then whoever, leaves at the end of this season, if
Comes
I've
the idiot.
deemed them to be a bit of an idiot, they can just go into the bottom of the list and we just keep growing.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Because I was a bit worried. I was like, how's this going to,
No,
generationally continue? But I guess if you're having players leave that were idiot, you can just categorize them as idiots. So
yeah.
that is a good point. Next season, maybe the people that leave at the back end of this season, they could hop in.
Yeah, and
Um,
then what I sometimes do if I'm running low, go on Google the squads from sort of 2012s, 2013s, 2014s, go through the list of players, and oh yeah, he was probably a bit of a dickhead. Just going by the name and chuck it in the list.
what? Do you know what's going to end up happening? It's going to end up going from players to staff to fans known as
Fans,
social. That's going to end up happening. I don't know what's going on with Luca right now. I think Luca's having signal difficulties. Let's
Signal. Sorry. That's
signal difficulties. Yeah, that's kind of the joke we have.
so.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people thought that was a lag. I don't know, honestly. Right, boys. Come on. We are making the league playoffs. Right then, boys. It all kicks off this Friday again, doesn't it? It feels really weird that we've had a break after kind of getting in the playoffs. Now, obviously, because of the matches on the weekend, there was a change in obviously our league position. Not much has massively changed, but I'll really quickly go through the league table before we look ahead because a couple of teams have changed places. Bottom four going into the final eight is pretty much the same, but one noticeable change. It's Port Vale, Northampton, Rotherham, and Exeter City are now in the bottom four. Looks like we're not going to the Imperial next year, round.
I don't think I'll go.
I don't think I'd go. Bit of a shame. Can't take you to that cocktail bar that we found this season. Never mind. From 20th to 12th, Blackpool, Wigan, Burton, Leyton Orient, Mansfield, Doncaster, Wimbledon, Barnsley, and Peterborough. From 11th to 7th, Luton, Huddersfield, Plymouth, Wickham, and us. Woo-hoo! 1 point off the playoffs with 2 games in hand. That's correct. We've got 38 games played, just 8 remain. The top 6 at the minute are Reading, Stockport, Bradford, Bolton, Cardiff, and Lincoln City. So, really, with Reading winning, we've moved down a place. Obviously, Wickham's game didn't matter. Well, in terms of them going above us because we were 4 clear. And obviously, Stockport won to go 63 points into 5th place. Really quickly, boys, before we come into the final 8, I think Luca's gone because of the signals. It's just me and you, Anne, at the minute. What are we making of it, Anne? Because obviously we're 7th. We've got 8 cup finals to play. We're 1 point off. We've got 2 games in hand now. Now, the 2 games in hand are Bolton and Barnsley. So obviously Barnsley at home, that's the one you're looking at going, win that. We go above Reading. 1 point off, only 3 off Stockport, only 5 off Bradford, only 6 off Bolton. What are we making of it, mate? It's unbelievable that we're in there. Look at the points. I mean, it's so competitive, right? You've got 66, 65, 63, 61, 60, 59, 59, 57. What are we making of it, mate?
It's an interesting one. We at the start of the season we all sat there and went, Stockport will be comfortable, Bolton will be comfortable, Huddersfield will probably be comfortable in there. And then you sort of went, there's going to be one spot for the next 3 teams. But to be in it with so many different teams and so many different, and like the points difference not being that great, it just, it feels weird. Like I'm sitting there going, are we
Unbelievable, isn't
in?
it?
Like, one
Unbelievable.
minute I'm going, yeah, we're going to do it. And then I see all the results yesterday and go, oh no. Because
But the
then
thing
Reading
is,
have got to go and get form. Stockport have got form. Wickham. And I'm sitting there going, oh, for God's It's like us not playing. I'm just there going, great. So ultimately, they're going to be going into this game week like full of upbeat energy, enthusiased. And we've gone, oh, we've just we just dust around for a week, great.
Well, the thing is first of all, unbelievable that we are there. I mean, I'm looking at the league table now. We're 1 point off with 2 games in hand on Reading. And again, you just win one of those games in hand, we definitely go above Reading and we'll be in the top 6. I think for me, it just, incredible that we're involved, but it's so open. And I really feel like any one of these teams could come and do it. But I really favour us. We know the squad we have. We know what we've achieved this season. We know the level that we are, and we are in that top 6. We are. We know with the fixtures that we've got, the wins that we can get. We know that. Even the tough games we've got, where we play that incredible week, by the way, where we go, Bradford, Bolton, Lincoln, we still get results in those games. We know that we belong in that top bracket because I'm not going to say it anymore. I say all the things that we've done this season that we've achieved. We all know that we belong there, but more to the point, it's not down to what we've seen this season. We know this squad belongs there. When you look at the personnel, when you look at the levels of players, all of this squad really belong up in that top 6, top bracket. And we know we belong there. And it's absolutely magnificent to see us there. Luca, I know that you're back now, mate, with the signal. Hopefully it's all good. I asked And, incredible that we're 7th and we're 1 point off and we've got 2 games in hand and, there's just 8 to play. What are you making of the league and, well, more so the playoff race, mate? Because we've just said there, Bolton 66, Bradford 65, Stockport 63, Reading 61, us 60, Wycombe 59, 57. I mean, it's incredible that we're right in the middle of that pack, mate, isn't it? Doesn't look like Luca's winner.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's unbelievable.
I don't think Luca come out there. I don't think we can hear Luca, unfortunately. No worries, we'll carry on. That was Do you know what? I'm not even going to edit that. I'm going to leave that bit in. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that bit.
Good to get the technical difficulties going on a Sunday evening.
No, what is going on, Luca? Come on, man. But no, I think Luca was probably going to agree with your point, and in the fact that it's so open and really, when you look at the games played and who we've got in one of those games in hand, you would have to, and I'm not just saying this from a biased point of view, you would really have to look at us as one of those front runners to get in. I would say, and I'm going to try and answer this from a non-biased view, I think
to watch
based on the games played and the form, I would probably look at us and Plymouth as the teams. I know Wycombe just won big, but us and Plymouth, given the form, given the games played, probably us and Plymouth as the 2 favourites. I don't know what you think, Anne.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would say us, Plymouth. I think Reading are in with a shout, and I think Wycombe have got an outsiders chance, but certainly us and Plymouth are your 2 favourites. You would sit there and go, it's going to be between them 2, really.
Yeah.
And then I think Reading are going to be in and around it. I think they just have to make sure that they keep their run going,
Yeah. I think Reading, obviously, the only thing with Reading is they've only got 6 games to play, haven't they? I mean, it's quite, how do I say it? Well, they haven't got that points buffer that we in Plymouth have, do they? I mean, even, where is that? I just had it up in front of me. Even Wycombe, 40 games, you see. So those teams have played more than everyone else. Even Huddersfield, 39. Luton, I know we haven't really involved Luton, but they're 55 points with 39. So I think looking at it, with the games played, you would probably favour us. Like, even, everyone forgets this actually, Stockport, 38. Stockport have played, no, hang on. 38, same as us. So even Stockport played fewer than pretty much all the other sides as well. So going to be interesting, mate. Let's take a look And we know our fixtures. And again, this title tonight, guys, for the podcast is Race, because we are in the League One playoff race with 8 cup finals to play. Now, we know our fixtures, but we are going to go through all the fixtures from the other teams. We're going to have a chat about them. We're going to go through who do we think's the hardest, who do we think's the easiest, and the predictions we see in our matches. We're going to have a big discussion about this. So I'm really excited to do this, Adam. I'm like a little kid, mate. I'm like...
You always are.
So our fixtures, Rotherham this Friday, Blackpool Easter Monday. We then have Bradford City, Bolton, Lincoln, Barnsley, Doncaster and Wigan. Those are our final 8 matches. Obviously, the 4 at home are Blackpool, Lincoln, Barnsley and Wigan. And the 4 away matches are Rotherham, Bradford, Bolton and Doncaster. First of all, Aaron, before we go on to the other teams, what do you make of our fixture list? Which ones are the easier ones for you? Which ones do you think will be more challenging?
Well, I think you can't sit here and say any game in this division's easy. I think every game's going to provide its own challenge and its own storyline, if you want. I think you look at it and you'd sit there and suggest that maybe Blackpool, Rotherham, I think Wigan might be slightly easy. I think Doncaster is going to be harder than what people think.
Do you think? Yeah.
I think so. Now that they're safe from, in my perspective, they're safe for next season in League One.
Well, that's my point. Do you think because they're safe, that will be an easier game because they won't be needing to win?
I guess you look at it 2 ways. You sit there and go, well, it's going to be an easier game because they're safe. Or you sit there and go, no, they're going to want to try and get as high up the league as they can and then go next season, right, that's our target, go and beat, that's where we got to in our first year. Let's try and push on, So I don't really know how easy Doncaster will be. I think it will just be on the day. We'll just see how they turn up. We played them at our place and they just sat in for 90 minutes and defended, and it was pretty painful to watch. And that was when they were struggling down the bottom. Yeah. Whether they go for that same approach again, who knows? But look, I think we've got some favourable fixtures, but then also, in the same breath as me saying that, as you've alluded to, you've got Bradford, Bolton, Lincoln. Now, if that's ever a test and to show what you're made of and to go, yeah, I'm up for this fight, I'm up for this dogfight and being in these playoffs, if there's ever a week to go and show it, that's your week. Go to Bradford, get a point. Go to Bolton, get a point. Try and nick a point against Lincoln. If you can beat Lincoln, even better. And that's not even because of me and Jake Tong. That's just me going, if you can beat one of them 3, just, do you know what I mean? Like, get 2 draws and a win in that week, and you'd go, yeah, fair enough.
I think the thing is as well, like when we look at our final 8, you look at that and you go, well, Rotherham, Blackpool, Barnsley, Doncaster and Wigan, they're the 5 really winnable matches for us, right? And then you look and you go, Bradford, Bolton and Lincoln are the 3 that are tough. Now, I think I'm going to be honest, and it makes me really proud to say this. I think there's a great opportunity that we can make these playoffs, because you look at those 5 games there, and you look at the level of the players that we have and what we are as a squad. There's a real opportunity to get wins in those games. Now, we probably need about 4 wins, 72 to 73 points based on the points per game ratio, gets you in. Now, at the minute, with 8 to play, based on the points per game ratio, we are the team that gets 6th place in 73 points. That's what it's predicted. Now, obviously, that can change after, a game or 2, but that's what it's predicted on the PPG. So I think if we can make sure that we win 4 of those 5, 3 to 4 of those 5, we're nearly there. Then you go, if we do get a win against a Bradford or a Bolton or a Lincoln, that's just a bonus. That adds to the early 5, if that makes sense. So in my mind, I think those 5, whenever we play those 5, they're the games. They're the ones that you can pick up those points, get those wins. And then those kind of 3 games that we have, as I said, against Bradford or Bolton or Lincoln, they're the games that if you get a result, then amazing, it's a bonus. I'm really confident. I think Easter is going to be a big period for us. I think we're going to know a lot after Easter. I would actually go far as saying, I actually think after Easter, you're going to pretty much know if we're going to be making the playoffs or not. Because if we go at Easter and get 2 wins, 6 points with all the other teams playing each other, we're nearly there. We'll be on 66 points. Incredibly, we'll need just 2 more wins from 6. That's like winning a third of your games. And at the minute, we're averaging winning half pretty much. So it's very exciting. I do too think the hardest game, you made a very good point. It's very difficult to predict, right? Because we know at the back end of the season, Rotherham and the Rotherham and Blackpool games will be tough. They're trying to fight to stay out. Blackpool have just had a big result. They'll be tough. I think based on the levels, I think you would have to say probably Lincoln or Bradford. I don't necessarily think Bolton. I don't actually think Bolton are that good. But I think given Bradford's home form, given Lincoln, in terms of your top teams, they're probably the toughest games that we've got left. But it's going to be exciting. And I do think it's a really favourable fixture list based on 8 matches and who we've got over the course of that. And I know earlier I've designated a few roles for you to go through certain teams' fixtures. I do believe, and I gave you, was it Stockport and Reading?
You did.
Would you like to tell us Stockport's fixtures first, and then once you're done, tell us Reading's. We'll chat about Stockport's a little bit, but yeah, Stockport counties first.
So Stockport's last games, they've got Wycombe at home on Friday, followed by Bolton away on Easter Monday. They've then got Wimbledon, Exeter, Mansfield, Peterborough, Port Vale, and finishing at Barnsley away. So I should actually define.
Yeah.
They've got it's Wimbledon away,
yeah,
Exeter away, Mansfield home, Peterborough home, Port Vale home, Barnsley away.
Okay, I'm going to be honest then. They've probably got one of the easiest run-ins. I would say the next 2 are the tough ones for them, really. Wycombe and Bolton, right? So you see, that's my point, though. That's Easter. We play Rotherham and Blackpool. All these teams play each other. So, okay, so you would probably rank Stockport's as one of the most favourable then.
Yeah. So I've done a little bit extra, actually. So I've put next to it what I think is going to happen, what the outcome of the game will be.
Love that.
So I've given them a draw for Wycombe and a draw against Bolton.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll beat Wimbledon. I think they'll beat Exeter, and I think they'll beat Mansfield. They'll beat Port Vale and they'll beat Barnsley.
Wow.
Peterborough, I think they'll either win it and they'll win it comfortably, or if Peterborough can turn up, it might be a draw. So I've got them down as getting anywhere between 19 and 20 points in their last game.
So based on that, then Stockport are going to fly into 3rd, pretty much.
That's kind of how I see it. Of course, things might be different.
Okay, I think, to be honest with you, I think they can beat any one of those last games. I think Wycombe and Bolton will be tough. Past them, really, there's no reason why Stockport can't win every single one of those games. I'm with you. I think, based on the fixtures, I think Stockport have got a case for finishing 3rd, which is good. Because if we sneak in at 6th, we've beaten Stockport home and away. So I'm going to be honest, out of all the teams in the playoffs, I actually think Stockport is probably the best one to have based on how we've got on against them and Styles match. And so that would be great. Reading, and what's Reading's looking like? Obviously, they've only got 6.
I've got Huddersfield away on Friday, then Lincoln at home Easter Monday, Doncaster away, Cardiff home, Rotherham away, Blackpool home. So I've given them a draw against Huddersfield, a loss against Lincoln, a win against Doncaster, Uh, Cardiff, I wasn't sure. Cardiff, I think they can either get a point from it or it'll be a loss. And it will depend on what Cardiff turn up on the day. Rotherham, I think they'll win, and Blackpool, I think they'll win. So again, somewhere anywhere between 11 and I've got them down to getting 11 points, I think, here.
So that would be 72 points
Yeah.
On their end of their total, which actually is quite convenient because based on the PPG, we finish on 73 and Lincoln finish on 72. So actually, I think you're bang on with Reading, and I think they'll lose to Lincoln. Also, I think based on the points as well, obviously Lincoln can get promoted over Easter, but I don't know what that's dependent on. There might be a chance that Lincoln need to get a result at Reading to be promoted. So I think Lincoln will beat Reading, and I think the draw against Huddersfield's a good prediction. I think that's good, and yeah, I think 11 points for Reading. Again, they've only got 6. We're going to try Luca. Let's see if he's there. Luca, can you hear us? Fingers crossed.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We could just about see you as well.
Thank God.
Oh no, he's going again. He's going again. He's gone again. Unbelievable. Look, I will do Luca's section. Earlier, I was given, I gave and designated the job to Luca to go and have a look at the last matches for, who was it? It was for, I don't know what Luca sent here. He sent, Plymouth and Wickham, were the games that Luca had to go and have a look at. Now, I'm going to start with Plymouth's. Obviously, Plymouth, very similar to ourselves. They've played one more game. They've got 7 to play. Plymouth's games are Bolton at home this coming Good Friday. They then play Barnsley away on Easter Monday. They play Exeter at home, Wimbledon away, Bradford away, Port Vale at home, and end the season at Northampton. What are we making of that? And obviously, Bolton, Bradford are the 2 toughest games. Again, other than that, pretty winnable, aren't they? I mean, they play Barnsley away, Exeter at home, Wimbledon away, Port Vale at home, Northampton away. Got some very favourable fixtures, Plymouth. Lucas said 2 tough games, 5 games against bottom half sides behind Lincoln. Plymouth at the second best side in the league in the last 5. Amassing a total of 40 of their last 60 points available. If you go by the last 25 games in League One, Plymouth would be 3rd. 4 wins in the last 5 games, scoring 11 is Luca's prediction. And he reckons that, from their last 9, obviously they've won 7. But I think based on this, Luca thinks that Plymouth will eventually go and get in the playoffs. So I think Luca's expecting any more than 73 points for Plymouth to get in the playoffs. Again, favourable games. And the thing is, Bolton's at home as well. Really, you're looking at that. The only real tough game that they really have probably is Bradford away. I think Plymouth, fan, I don't know what you think. Really good shout to make it, mate, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I look back to the night we played them on that Tuesday evening, and while we were competitive for 45 minutes in the second half, they stepped it up and we just couldn't match their intensity.
Yeah.
And I think, that's a sign of a real good side. And I think you look at the players that they've got in there now, they've got Herbie Kane. Like he's been knocking around this league, this division for a while. And I've sat there and anytime I've seen him playing, gone, yeah, he's all right, isn't he?
Yeah.
He can run a game for you. And then you've got Ronan Curtis up top. Two players that will go and win you a game.
Yeah.
And we say it, for me, they will go and make something out of nothing. They'll just go bang, and they'll have a 5-minute period, and they'll just run a game. And I compare that to our midfield, and I look at our midfielders that we've got. You've got Jordan Houghton, Harvey White, Louis Thompson, Dan Phillips. They're your 4 main, right? Jordan Houghton, Jordan Houghton when he's on song can go and do that for you. He can just he'll go and run a game. He won't make a big song and dance about it. He won't do these really blasé things. He'll just do the little things really well, but he'll go and dictate how we play a game. Harvey White has done it and can do it, just hasn't done it for a little while. Louis Thompson, I see him more as our eight, and he does our box to box, and he covers a lot of the ground. I'll be honest, and I see Dan Phillips as an eight as well. I don't see them two getting the ball, and they can win us a game, but they'll win it in a different way. I think Jordan Houghton's the one who I could sit there and go, if I went to him, go and dictate a game for 5, 10 minutes, he's the one that would go off and do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I think back to the 1-0 that we had nearly 2 weeks ago now. It was a great day down the blue skies. It was brilliant. And I love watching the team play there. I thought first half, I thought we were brilliant. I thought we really played some good football, in control, really comfortable. But then I think Plymouth went through the gears in the second half. And I actually think you saw how good of a side Plymouth were, because we weren't bad that night. Reedy has the chance. Obviously, if Reedy scores, it's a different game potentially. And obviously, we got robbed, to think, of a Reedy goal in the second half. But they were a good side. They went through the gears. And I think what impressed me about Plymouth when we played them was the way that they were able to get better as the game went on. And as the top teams, you've got to have that ability. I mean, we saw it against Reading, right? First half, pretty comfortable, but second half got better. Started playing. That's what the top teams do. And I thought Plymouth did it really, really well that night. Wickham. And Wickham's games, I'm going to go through these. These were obviously made from Luca earlier, or made by Luca. Wickham's remaining games are very similar to, who was it? Very similar to Reading. They've only got 6 matches left, Wickham. Wickham's matches are Stockport away on Good Friday. Easter Monday, they play Bradford at home. They then play Huddersfield away, Blackpool at home, Lincoln away, and Rotherham at home. So I think so far, from all of the teams in the playoff race along with us, I think Wickham's got the hardest fixture list, and I mean, Stockport away, Bradford at home, Huddersfield away, Lincoln away. I'm not so certain they're going to be in the mix, mate.
No, but again, there's a very real chance they could be. You know, I think we have to. One thing I find about this division is you look at you can't predict it unless you're playing like a Port Vale or someone like that. You kind of know how the game's going to go, really. But I look at that fixture list and go, well, Stockport should beat Wickham, Huddersfield should beat them, Lincoln probably will beat them, Bradford should go down there and win or get a point. But on the other hand, I sit there and go, there's a very real chance that Wickham comes out of this Easter weekend with 4 points, and they've gone to Stockport and won, or they've beaten Bradford. You know, like we sit there and assume that this team's going to beat this team and this team. It's just so. It's so weird, this division, because at no point did we ever expect to be sat here going, oh my God, if we win all these games over Easter, we're going to be in the playoffs. And now we're sitting there looking at it going, well, yeah, Stockport should beat them, but realistically, like, you know,
So exciting.
like, yeah, it's one of them. I didn't expect to be sitting here having this conversation with you. And I'm sitting here thinking, but Wickham aren't that much of a bad side. They are a good side. And the fact we're sitting here expecting them to not make the playoffs because they've got 5 really tough games, to me just seems a little bit absurd. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, I think it's credit to the division, because and again, it's unbelievable. And I was thinking actually this today at the ladies' game. Actually, me and some of the guys were having a chat about it. It's unbelievable that we are involved in this and this discussion, right? It's. I have to pinch myself sometimes and go, bloody hell, we're involved in it. And we're not just involved in it. We're like one of the front runners to go and do it. It's credit to the team that we created in the summer. It's credit to Alex Ravel and what he created in the summer to go and achieve the things that we wanted to achieve this season, to set up the next couple of seasons that we're in there. But I'm with you. Look, Wickham are a good side. I think they've only won, 3 in their last 6. They've got 3 wins, 3 losses in their last 6, but they're a good side. And one thing that Wickham do is they score goals. They've scored 59 goals. They're 1 goal short of 60. So we know when your team's scoring goals, you're a hard team to beat, especially when you're going for the playoffs. So tough team, but based on their fixtures, you'd probably categorise Wickham as one of the tougher fixtures left. I'm going to look to Huddersfield. I'm not going to do Luton because I feel like Luton are in it, but they're not. It's weird. I think unless Luton win a couple of games or win a game and they're back in it, they're back in it. Huddersfield Town, I'm going to go through Huddersfield. They have got 7 left to play, and these are Huddersfield games. They play Reading at home on Good Friday. They then travel and play Leyton Orient away Easter Monday. They then play Wickham at home, Cardiff at home, Bolton away. They then play Mansfield at home, and then they end the season away at AFC Wimbledon. Some tough games there for Huddersfield. Reading, Orient, Wickham, Cardiff, Bolton. What are we saying, Anne? Are we actually saying that Huddersfield's are actually the toughest fixture list that we've seen yet?
Certainly between them and Wickham.
I think so. Yeah. I think because Orient away Easter Monday, tough game. Orient are winning games.
Yeah, I think look, you look at it, and it's the same as Wickham. There's 2 games there, Mansfield and Wimbledon. They're your 2 games that you go, yeah, Huddersfield should win them. The rest of them, you go, well, it'll go one way or the other. And Orient have just started picking up form, like you've said. They're starting to win games. They're trying to get themselves as far away from that relegation zone as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, who knows? Who actually knows? Because we're sitting here discussing this and going, it's quite hard. But then you look at Huddersfield and you think the players they've got, the expenditure, all of the other things around Huddersfield as a club. And you're sitting there going, they shouldn't be in this division. They should be, championship. But here they are. Do you know what I mean? Like you're sitting there going, we're talking about Huddersfield getting into the playoffs to get out of League One. If you were talking about Huddersfield to survive in the championship or get mid-table in the championship, you'd be going, oh yeah, they'll be all right.
Yeah, definitely.
It just seems so far-fetched because of the size of the club and the rest of it that comes with it. You just expect Huddersfield just to go bang and turn up to a pitch and just go and put a performance out there and go and blow teams away, but they don't. And it's just crazy to think about it, really.
Do you know, I was just thinking about when you were speaking there. I was listening, but again, my autism, man, it takes me off site sometimes. I was just looking at the top of the table. Obviously, we're sitting in 7th place with 8 to go. Just look at we've got some excellent results, haven't we? Right, and again, it goes to my point of we belong in that top bracket of the division because take a look.
Just looking back on previous results.
No. I was sitting here looking at the table. Just go with me, right? Let's go from 12th upwards. We've beaten Peterborough, right? Two times. We've beaten Luton once. We've beaten Huddersfield once. All right, I know we've lost and drawn to Plymouth. We've beaten Wickham once. We've beaten Reading once. We've beaten Stockport twice. We drew with Bradford, drew with Bolton, and we lost to Cardiff and Lincoln. Cardiff had both narrow defeats, and Lincoln was a narrow defeat. Like, actually, when you look, and again, it's what those other top teams do. Can you play at that level when you play the other top teams? We've done that. Just go and look at the results and look at the performances, even the losses. Huddersfield, brilliant for 30 minutes at the end. I don't know how we didn't nick a point, right? Cardiff, brilliant in both games. Just got unfortunate, got robbed in the away game, in fact, right? Luton were brilliant for 60 minutes and just kind of, I don't know, that adrenaline dump.
Adrenaline dump.
Look at, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's got at. So, like, the majority of our result, like, my point is, the real, I'm giggling, I love it. The real top teams get results and play that top League One level against the other top sides. And we've done that when you look through our results and performances this season. I am too. I'm not so sure about Huddersfield. I think that's too difficult of a fixture list. For me, them and Wickham don't make it. I just think they've got just too many difficult games. And I don't actually rate Huddersfield that much. I don't think Huddersfield are the side that people thought they were going to be going into this season. I think when people saw that they signed Alfie May, etc., I think people thought they were going to be competing for the autos. Not for me. I looked at that 1-0 win we had against them back in Feb, and they were half the side that we played away when we were top of the league at the start of the season, which was our first defeat of the season. So, and we obviously haven't involved Bolton and Bradford because I'm guessing, do we think Bolton and Bradford are going to go on to confirm a spot?
You'd think so. I think it'd have to be something very drastic for them not to get there.
Okay. Yeah.
But this is the beauty of it. You're sitting here going, yeah, they should get in there. And now we're sitting here going, actually, there is a very real possibility that, like, but Bolton played Port Vale the other week. Did you expect them to go to Port Vale and lose?
Oh, no, certainly not. No, certainly not.
This is my point. Like, you're sitting there going, yeah, Bolton should. Oh, hang on, no, they lost to Port Vale away.
Well, I think.
I don't know.
No, this is my point. I think there's potential that one of those sides slip out because I'm actually looking at the recent form. Bradford, over their last 6 games, have only got 2 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. Haven't had good form recently. Bolton have lost their last game, but before that, they were 5 unbeaten. I think there is potential, and this is my point. I think us, and again, I'm so happy to say this. I'm so happy to say this. I think us and Plymouth have got great arguments to say that we can make the playoffs, right? But something's got to give here. Because if we're sitting here going, Stockport have got a very favourable fixture list, we think they'll go on and get the points they do. One of us, Plymouth, Bradford or Bolton have to miss out then. If we think Stockport are going to go and get the points that they will get, Stockport, based on that, will finish in the top 4. So that means either us, Bolton, Bradford or Plymouth miss out. Which one misses out?
I'm going to say something here and people can either agree with me or they can shoot me down, essentially. I just wonder, a bit like we did in our first year in League One, if Bradford are going to run out of steam.
Well, we have been saying it the whole season because they have literally been the top 4 the whole season, haven't they, Bradford? They've stuck.
Yeah. It wouldn't. There's a chance they'll either slip down and they'll have run out of steam, or they'll rejuvenate themselves and they'll crack on, and then it'll be one of the chasing pack, 2 of the chasing pack that don't get in.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I see it going, really.
I think I'm going to be honest. I think us and Plymouth get in. I think.
So who drops out for you then?
So I think, and again, we get in ads. We get in Reb Scott and Banfield. Can't believe it. I'm saying it. Makes me so happy, honestly. I think we get in incredibly, but I think Plymouth do as well. I think, do you know what? Let me quickly take a look at Bradford's games because I have a feeling Bradford will be the team that slip out. Let me get up their fixtures, Bradford. I just think Bolton on 66. Because this is my point, and Bolton need 2 wins and a draw. Do you see my point? They're like there pretty much. I think Bolton will get over the line. So Bradford, they play. Oh, they've got a tricky one. So they play Northampton at home, Good Friday. I think they're going to win that, right? That's 68 points. They then play Wickham away. Not so certain they'll win that. They then play us. You could easily say we've got an argument to go there and get a result. I'm afraid.
I think a draw would be the result there.
A point for us would be huge. Then they play Barnsley away, which you would look at as a winnable game, but it's away. They then play Plymouth at home. Tough.
If it's a Tuesday night, then the Plymouth boys are all going to be travelling up, so it's going to be tough on them as well.
It is a Tuesday, yeah. Then they play Bolton at home, which is the 25th.
Yeah.
They end the season away at Exeter, who are going to be fighting for their lives that day to stay up. So I think Bradford have got a toughie, mate. They've got to play.
It goes back to my point that I've said all along.
Yeah.
We'll sit here and go, yeah, they'll be all right. Oh, no, hang on a minute. They're not going to be okay. It's so hard to call it.
Well, you've got to think, for Bradford to make it, they need 8 points. So they need 3 wins. Can you see Bradford winning 3 games of us, Wickham, Plymouth, Bolton, Exeter, and Barnsley? Who was the other team they had? There was one more in there. Oh, was it Northampton? Northampton.
Yeah, Northampton. Yeah. I can see them getting 3 wins.
Jeez.
But then I can also see them not getting the win. So it's
we're going to know after Easter, aren't we? When we've got Rotherham and Blackpool, we're going to find out, aren't we? It's too tough to predict. I certainly think what's fair to say, it is 1,000,000% going to the last game of the season. I think that is going to be pretty concrete. There's no way that this doesn't go to the final game of the season. I just can't, because you've got us, you've got Plymouth, you've got Stockport, you've got Reading that could potentially do. I think it's going to go to the last day of the season. I mean, we forget Luton. By the way, we haven't involved Luton in this, but Luton have got one of the easiest fixture lists as well. They've only got a couple of tough games. So I think
won't be happy with that.
Yeah, no, legs. Yeah. Couldn't kick his way out of a paper bag, I read or heard, or whatever it was. There's a reason for that travel. All right. There's a reason why I've got chicken legs. But it's exciting. It's great to be a part of it. And I'm so proud. What are you giggling for over there? What was it?
There's a reason I've got chicken legs travel.
There's a reason I've got chicken legs travel. Runner's got to have skinny legs, isn't he? He can't have all that Easter egg stuff that I've eaten this weekend in there. Although it wouldn't go straight to my legs, but you know what I mean. But yeah, look, it's exciting. God, I can't wait, Ad. I cannot wait. Oh my God. Woo! We're in it. So happy. All right, Anne, let's take a look to us then. So Rotherham, Blackpool, Bradford, Bolton, Lincoln, Barnsley, Doncaster, and Wigan. We started this Good Friday, our 8th last cup final, and against Rotherham. Wow. I mean, I don't know about you, and I know that we've said it a lot. I think this Easter period is going to be the period that really dictates whether we're going to go on to make the playoffs. If we come out this Easter weekend and we're sitting here by Bradford with 66 points and we are going to make the playoffs because we just need 2 wins from 6. And with this team, you've got to think as well, we'll have more home matches going into the final 5. I would put money that will make it, which is just, it makes me so proud. Makes me so proud. Getting emotional, man. Makes me so proud. So proud, Anne. Rotherham. It's going to be a tough game. Look, we can't come into this game going, we're levels above. It's going to be it's going to be a tough game. Rotherham are a tough side. They got a good result recently, I think, at home against one of the top teams. Did they play or did they lose? I can't remember who they played, and it was close. But
I'll have a look. Hang on.
They lost. They lost their last game, but I remember it being a close game against somebody recently. They're not a great side. They've got Lee Clark as manager. They've only won 9. They've lost 20. I mean, really, what are we saying? Oh, sorry, go on, Em.
The last games, they lost 3-0 at Lincoln, lost 5-0 at 5-0 at Peterborough, drew 2-2 with Bolton at their place.
That's the game I was thinking of. Bolton. Okay, so really, a squad of our level, you would expect us to go to this game and find a way of winning. And we said, at home, we saw when we beat Reading last week, we know at home we can beat anyone within the system. I think for us, if we are going to make the playoffs, it's can we now start to put points away? Can we win away consistently and regularly and get results away from home? And I think this match is absolutely pivotal for that. I mean, what are we saying? 3-5-2? Are we going with the same system that we saw against Reading? Or
I wouldn't change it from Reading. I thought we were so effective. But then away from home, I can see why people would go, yeah, let's go with a 3-5-2. Let's be hard to beat. But considering they've shipped 8 in their last 2 games,
yeah,
I don't think. But then you have to factor in that they've got a new manager in. He's going to have time to have worked with them on the training ground. Oh, I don't know. I would personally stick with what we did against Reading because it was so effective and it worked.
I think what I loved about the team and the way that we played against Reading was we had a really nice balance throughout the side. We had width with Jordan Roberts. He played in a natural position. I think we saw the best out of him that day. I think we saw a great player in Dan Kemp come on. He kind of took that role of match winner. You had Reedy and Matty Phillips up top together who have been brilliant. You had the players in the middle that are so dominant as they are, and the back line. I think we'd like to see something similar, in my opinion. And then there's a way that maybe you can bring Dan Kemp on, you can bring Phoenix on. So I think it'll be a similar setup to what we've seen. But how amazing would it be, knowing that we're in the playoff race incredibly, to go and win a game 2 or 3-0? How unbelievable would that be? A bit like what all those sides did on the weekend, right? Go and put Rotherham on,
What I've said to you over the last how many weeks, it's all well and good winning a game of tight margin football, 1-0, 2-1, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. That's
all well and good. Great, you won. Your statement comes when you go and put 3 or 4.
Yeah, I agree.
That's when you. And you look at it and go, we haven't scored many goals all season, but if we go and put 4 past someone, say we win 3-0 on Friday and then 4-0 on Easter Monday, everyone's going to turn around and go, oh my God. Like right now, people are sitting there going, it'll be tight, it'll be competitive, it'll be scrappy, and it'll go 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
We need to get to the point where we go, we're going to go and score 3 or 4.
I agree. I think this match is a great opportunity. But look, we say about those 5, this is one of those 5. Get a result from one of these games. Don't lose Friday. Get a result from it. Obviously, we want to win. A win would be huge. Look, a win from this match, 63 points. We need 3 wins from 7. That's under half. And I would actually go far as saying, I think if we win Friday, given that all the other teams are playing each other, I think we'll go on to do it. Again, it just gives me goosebumps and makes me so to say that. And lastly, to end the pod, let's predict our games, mate. Let's do it. Let's, with an honest hand, I'm going to be honest on this as well. Let's go through the matches. Let's predict where we're going to finish, and let's predict the playoffs going into the final 8. So let's go through the points, and then we'll predict the playoffs. Again, I cannot believe we're doing this. I can't believe
Holly.
it. Oh my God, it's amazing.
God's sake.
Honest, Rotherham away, and what do you think result-wise?
Two, 1 us.
2-1. Yeah, I'm going to go a win for us. I think we'll beat Rotherham. You're going win. I'm going win. Blackpool, Easter Monday.
I think we'll win.
Yeah.
Do you want the score?
Not the score, just what you think.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I think we'll win Easter Monday.
I think so too. I've put down earlier today, I actually think we will win both Easter matches. I think we'll be sitting 60. We know that when we play that top League One level, as we saw against Reading, as we've seen so many times this season, I think we'll beat those teams. I really do. Bradford away and
draw.
Same here. I think we'll nick a point at Bradford. So me and you have gone exactly 7 points next 3. Bolton away Tuesday night.
Draw.
Same. Got a draw as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lost one in that week, though.
Same. Yeah, I think if you lost the game in that week, you wouldn't be surprised. I think, having those 3 back-to-back are tough games, of course. So at the minute, we've got 8 points. That would put us on 68 points, and then we would have 4 to play. Lincoln, Barnsley. Yeah, 4 to play. All right, Lincoln at home.
I don't want to say it, but I think we could lose that game.
Are you going to lose?
I think so, yeah.
I think we will.
It'll either be a loss or a draw, and I can't figure out which one it's going to be yet. I think it depends of whether Lincoln's got the promotion. If they've already been promoted and they've kind of confirmed the title, I think Lincoln would be like, yeah, fine, feet up kind of thing. If they're not and they're going for it, I think we could lose. If they've already got all of that secured, it'd be a draw.
Oh, man. I think we'll win against Lincoln at home.
I'd love to know what planet you're on. I'd actually love to know what planet you're on.
Us at home, as we've seen the whole season, we know within our system with the personnel we've got, we can beat anyone in the division. I think Lincoln will already be promoted. I don't think they'll be on the same form as they've been the whole season. I think once they get promoted, I don't think they'll play to that same intensity. I think we'll win against Lincoln. I'm going 11 points, so we'll be sat on 71. I think you will be sat on 68. So with 3 to play, and Barnsley, what are you going for?
Barnsley, I think we'll get. Barnsley, I think we'll win.
I do too. I've literally done us to lose no games.
You surprised me.
So that means you would say we're on 71 points with 2 to play, and mine would be 74 with 2 to play. All right. Okay, Doncaster round.
Could be a win, but could be a draw. I'll go win, but I'm not convinced on that one.
I think draw. I think that'll be a tough game, and I think we'll draw that game. Okay. Well, did you go win, and?
Yeah.
So you would be on 74 points. I would be on 75. All right. The last game of the season, Wigan.
I think if we know that playoffs are on the line, we'll come out and we'll put them to bed.
All right. And finishes the season 77 points. I've got us finishing on 78. I think by my calculations, that would definitely put us in 5th or 4th place in the playoffs. Wow, incredible. So that's our predictions. Borough fans, please let us know what you think we'll predict. Based on that, I've literally got us to go unbeaten in our last 8 matches, 9 if you include Reading. And I think it's got 1 or 2 defeats in there. But let us know what your predictions are. Andy's going 77 points. I'm going 78 points. Send us in what you think we'll finish on. Last thing that I want to discuss before we go, and we do know the playoff dates. And again, I cannot believe we're having this chat for us. The playoff dates are Saturday, the 9th of May, 3 o'clock kickoff and an 8 o'clock kickoff. And the second leg is Wednesday night, 8 p.m., which is, what is the date of that? Is that, let me just have a look. It would be Wednesday, the 13th of May, one of the legs, and then the other leg of the other tie is the 14th of May. So those are the playoff dates confirmed. And then obviously the final is the 24th of May, bank holiday weekend. And we will be jet setting off to Marbella when Cole Pigiani lifts the League One playoff trophy. Hopefully it goes that way. And I don't think we've missed anything. Are you looking forward to our Cup final trip on Friday in the Borough League One car?
So early.
You've got all this to look forward to, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great fun.
It's going to be great fun.
I'm really looking forward to it. I might be able to close my eyes and get a bit of kip.
Yeah, I'm sure I won't make a noise. I'll be quiet as a mouse, and
I'll believe that when I see it.
Especially when Jamie Reid smashes one home to send us in the playoffs with 7 to play. That'd be good, isn't it? But yeah, I'm really excited for it, mate. It's going to be great. And mate, it's just brilliant that we're involved in it. Borough fans, thank you so much for tuning into season 7. Season 7. There we go. Oh my God. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Episode 53, I think it is. Now, we will be back after Rotherham. I know it's Easter. We will hopefully get an episode done before Blackpool. So we will be back Saturday or Sunday sometime. Probably the episode will drop probably Sunday. And hopefully we'll be able to record Saturday maybe. We'll see what if we're free or not. But hopefully we'll have another episode for you guys going into Blackpool in the final 7. But that is when we will look to record again. Guys, again, if you have viewed on YouTube, go and give us a follow, like, and subscribe. And if you're listening on all the Audible, Spotify, etc., make sure to give us a follow. We will have an instant reaction away at Rotherham. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And we will also have one for Blackpool as well. Borough fans, this is it. The 8 cup finals are left. The running. Let's all support. Let's get behind this incredible team, these incredible players and incredible management staff, and go and achieve something unbelievable this season, because it truly has been an unbelievable season. And I've loved absolutely every step of the way when it all started last summer. So let's get behind them and let's go and do it. Let's go and get in those playoffs. And if we don't, next season seems to be an even more exciting season where we can build something really, really special. Right, fans, we'll see you after Easter. Fingers crossed for the game at Rotherham. And as always, guys, you've been listening to your number 1 platform at Stevenage Football Club, the Stevenage Football Club podcast.